okay, a bonus tip which will lead us to the sixth button we are going to be working with in this game. All right, so now let's look at how you control the gun recoil, because that's very, very important, because you only worked on this going left and right. What about going up and down? And this is how you control your recoil, by going up and down. All right, for instance, if this gun, if I'm shooting this gun without going down, all right, this is how the recoil will look like. But how do I control the recoil? Because this is where it gets more interesting for you to control the recoil. You know, when you're shooting and you're going up, all you have to do is pull it down. All right, pull it down, keep it where you want it to be. All right, let's use this one also. Pull it down for you to be able to control the recoil. As you can see, it's getting more stable because I'm pulling all the way down. Okay, I'm pulling my screen down to to enable me stay on one position, okay, at the time. All right, so but if you leave it without pulling it down, you just keep going up. All right, you just keep going up. So that is how you're going to be able to control the recoil if you are pulling it down. But if you pull down too much, you are going to miss your target as well. So how do you find that sensitivity? And it's called a vertical turning sensitivity. So you go to your sensitivity, and you come down to your firing sensitivity, and you find that here. All right, so mind you, whenever you scope down, you're not shooting, you are on camera sensitivity. This is basically how your camera or this handles all the movement on your screen. All right, so if you're not shooting, you are on camera sensitivity. If you're not shooting, you're on camera sensitivity. All right, so it's different from when you're on firing sensitivity. So this is your firing sensitivity here. All right, so if you watch closely, my ADS and red dot sensitivity is 89, but my ADS and red dot sensitivity here is 95, because if you're shooting, you don't want to over move left and right, and you don't want to over go up and down. All right, so which is why it's quite different. So now this is how you're going to find this sensitivity, just like you find from this other part. Okay, so your M-assist helps you do a lot of tracking most of the time. All right, so what you're going to do is reduce the number by 5 or 6. All right, from the camera sensitivity, you have your AD sensitivity, you also have to reduce by 5 or 6, okay, in order to have not too fast sensitivity when shooting. All right, so that's how you have to reduce from 5 or 6. But in my situation, I reduced by 6, sometimes by 7. All right, so it just depends on your device and your playing style. Okay, so now let's go to the how to control the recoil, because we're still on this topic. Okay, how to control the recoil. So all you have to do is work on this camera turning, vertical turning sensitivity on firing. All right, vertical turning sensitivity on firing. So when you put it to 0, let me see, I can't be able to pull down. As you can see, you can't be able to pull going up or down. But on camera sensitivity, we are pulling up and down. Okay, on camera sensitivity, you are pulling up and down. So so that is why you have to to also find a perfect number here. The same way you find on your AD sensitivity is the same way you're going to work on this place. All right, so in my situation, I picked the number that I used on my camera sensitivity, which is the AD sensitivity on my camera sensitivity, 95. My vertical turning sensitivity is also 95. All right, so I picked the same number to my vertical turning sensitivity when I'm firing. Okay, so that I don't mistake the buttons or the numbers, overslide or overdo things. Okay, so I picked the same number and put it the same here. But in my situation, this is how it is for me. So in your situation, it might not be the same. So all you have to do is also find the perfect number that is going to be okay for you to handle the recoil of every gun. Okay, so now let's see how it's going to look like when we try and shoot. Okay, so when I'm shooting now, so this is the recoil without me controlling it, but this is the recoil now. Me trying to control the recoil. You can see that mod is actually becoming so unbearable if I fire for too long for FFAR. All right, so but this is a M4. M4 is more stable than the FFAR. As you can see, I'm doing my best to control the recoil here. Okay, so if I put it on this board, as you can see, I'm giving it a very clean control here. Okay, so that is that. And you have to also pick a right mod. So but the mod I recommend you to use in any of your assault is the vertical and the extended mag and your long range. Okay, so vertical mod is going to help you control your recoil even more. Okay, you can see more stable, more better, and everything will be very fine. So come down here and check your bots and check all these bots and see how you track them, and when you're shooting also you are actually hitting the bot. Okay, as you can see, everything looks very perfect and very fine. So this is how you find a perfect sensitivity for your shooting, your ADS shooting, and all the rest. Okay, and I will also give you guys this bonus tip, and it's very crucial. We are going to be talking about it later on my other video. All right, so and the button is not other button but this button right here, link sensitivity with resolution. So make sure you put this button on, and I will be able to, and I will explain much better on my next video on why you should leave this button off. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this video, and make sure to always subscribe, like, share, comment on the video, and tell me if you learn any new thing in my video. Okay, so guys, thank you so much, and also check me out on TikTok. My name is Lionface. So love you guys, hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye.